Yeah. All right.
So how do we start this? Let's get into it. I'm still letting you do the intros. You're so good at the intros.
Yeah, bro. That's all I'm good at.
Over to...
My skills in podcasting end after the intro. Like, I'm really good at the intro and then bad at the rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll do the in between. You do the in.
You do the in between. I'll do the in and the out, and I'll just be silent the rest of the time.
Sounds great.
All right, let's do it. Welcome. This is the No B. Yeah, stop talking, Jonathan. Welcome. Yeah. This is the No BS Design Show. If you don't know what that stands for, then you're not old enough to watch this. So just leave. So today our topic is the devices and software that we use day to day. You know, there's a billion programs. There's more every day. Actually, less now because that one bank made all those SaaS startups close. So there's less now. But yeah, so we're talking about what programs we use. It's a fun conversation because it's literally useful daily. So that's the topic. We'll see how much we stick to it. But either way, we're going to have a good time, and you're going to be glad that you were here. So what's up?
And we'll do our best, and then we see where we end up. That's how we do it.
That's what it is. Oh, okay, I am Joshua. I own and operate Absurdity, which is a Webflow studio.
I am Giraffe. I roam on the savannas and eat a lot of leaf.
Yeah, you just ruined a good marketing opportunity.
I know. I'm Jonathan. I freelance with Webflow web design, and we work a lot together. And that's what I do.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Well, you're looking good today. I'm liking the glasses.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I've had them
stylish
for a year or so.
Yeah, I like them though.
Thanks.
Okay, I have a great place to start. I do.
Okay, let's go.
Why don't we talk about the program that we're using right now to record this?
Ooh, Meta.
Yeah, not Meta.
Actually, honestly, I don't know what Meta means. When people say Meta, I don't actually understand what it means.
Well, it means two things now because it means the Facebook company.
Right, of course.
But when people say Meta, that means like it's self-aware, like or like it's outside of itself. Like Meta is like I can stand outside of my body and look at my own body and be like, oh, it's me. Like that would be Meta.
That would be Meta. So technically, if you're meditating and having like a really good time, you're Meta.
Have you meditated and been outside of your body and looked in at your own body?
Yeah, like that. If you really get
without drugs.
Yeah, without drugs.
Okay.
You know, like you feel like you're outside of your body and you see yourself. That's the best feeling. It feels amazing.
I don't know if I've quite experienced that, honestly. I don't know.
Without drugs?
No, in general. In general.
Okay.
All right. A great feeling. So the program that we're using to record this is Riverside. Riverside is browser based. Can you download it? I didn't, but
they have an iPad and iPhone app. I think Android too, maybe. But cool. Apple.
Yeah. But it's really good because we're so far apart, opposite sides of the globe. It helps because it'll upload. It doesn't just record like Zoom. Like if you recorded the Zoom, it would just record the compressed version of the video. But it lets us talk in real time, but it's individually on each end uploading high quality video and then syncing it up at the end for us. So it's a really good program for remote podcast recording.
Yeah. I used it a lot since I used to do another podcast too. For a while, I used it a lot after I was doing like Google Meet or Zoom. Because like you said, like Zoom, if you record on Zoom and one participant like drops out for a second, then that's lost. Whereas if you use Riverside, you can still recover it like afterwards.
And it's constantly uploading, which is cool. Like right now it says 99% uploaded. So it's like even if we quit right now or dropped our internet or whatever, or if my laptop shut off, which happened one time, it would still maintain pretty much all of it.
Yeah. And even if your like computer would crash or like completely close down, it's cached. So you still, it's still there.
It's pretty rad. You should check it out.
Pretty cool. I
You got something. What is it?
Yeah, I got something. I got a gripe. Honestly, a little tiny gripe.
Ooh, drama alert. Whoop, whoop,
Drama.
whoop. Do I have a sound?
We should have.
Look, hey, if you're not here for this kind of shenanigans, people, and if this is bothering you because we're off topic, then get out. Like, just leave, okay?
Yeah, if we're off topic, you're off topic. So, like,
yeah, like this is the game. Welcome.
This is the game.
I have this. Let's try this. I've had issues with these sounds before. It's just.
That's all right. I'll make a noise. Whoop whoop.
Yeah, it's not working again. I don't know. This soundboard. You know, I love Riverside, but the soundboard kind of doesn't work that great.
And there we lost our sponsorship. Okay. So
no. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a gripe with how many new software that comes out like almost every single day, at least every week. Like it's too much. I don't have the time or energy to keep up with all of it. You know, like, and that's coming from like I built Flow collection, you know, and for anyone who doesn't know, you know, the world famous Flow collection, just a collection of hundreds of like Webflow tools. But like even I was thinking like, I can keep up and like update things as we go, like set aside an hour, 2 hours each week just to update. But I can't. I gave up like immediately because there's just too much coming. Exactly. There it is.
It's not focusing, but Flow collection, it's free. Jonathan made it. Go check it out. Yeah. No, I understand. I mean, but I would just say that like you might have to if you're trying to update Flow collection, but you don't have to keep up with them all. You just have to like find the ones that you need today, and then you're good. Like there's one that have you seen Screen Studio?
Yeah, I was actually checking it out this morning.
Dude, it's so nice. Like I haven't downloaded it yet, but I have it in my tabs because the next time I record a video that's recording like a software or a website, I'm using it because it makes it look so professional. Yeah. And it's like those kind of things. Like people are making new tools all the time. But I understand.
Do you use it instead of like Loom, for example? Or?
No, so I wouldn't use it instead of Loom because Loom would still have its uses for like, you know, sending quick messages that you don't want to have to type out, or like recording tutorials. I still think for businesses that are like, hey, how do I do this in Webflow? I still think it makes sense to do like a Loom style tutorial because I don't want it zooming. I want it to look very much like the screen that they're going to see. I don't want any alteration. But I mean for like more like marketing material. Like if I'm trying to show off something cool that we built on Twitter or on Instagram, that might be like a good case for using Screen Studio because it makes it look so polished.
Yeah, and exactly. It would be perfect for making YouTube videos. Like minimize, because I was looking just on like showcases how it can look, and judging from that, like it's basically editing the video for you. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
But I haven't bought it yet because when you buy it, the way that his licensing works, which I don't have a problem with, by the way, but the way that the creator, whose name I forget, but his licensing works that when you purchase it, it's like $80 and you get a year of updates. And then you have to pay for more updates after that. Right. It's just like, it's a way so that he doesn't end up with like, you know, after 5 years, maybe like 99% of the people are still getting updates, but only 1% is paying for it. I get that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But because of that, I don't want to buy it until the day that I'm using it because I want to extend my update period as long as possible.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The guy who made it is called Adam I'm going to butcher the last name. Adam Petrasiak.
He has a purple Twitter photo, right?
Yep. And his handle is Pi6K.
Yeah. He's a cool guy. I mean, he had a rough week last week, but he's a really cool creator. Did you hear anything about him?
No, what happened last week?
It's fine. It's totally public. We can talk about like I'm just going off of things that he's tweeted, so it's not like I know anything secret. But no, he's okay. He's good. He just had a rough week. He accidentally pushed an update to the app that made it. I don't understand all of this because I'm not an app dev and I don't know the back end of things, but it basically made it so that the app was constantly trying to update all the time. And every time it did that, it would send out like a network request. Like basically it would reach out to a server online, and he incurred like 10K in server fees because it was happening at all times. Like everyone who updated then was being like constantly pushed. So then he had like 10K in server fees because it was like a ping every 2 seconds for every single person with the app. Like it was crazy.
That's rough.
So then he tweeted out like, please everyone update as soon as you possibly can, because if they would update, then it would fix it and stop doing it. But if they don't update, it's just going to keep happening. Like,
and there's no way for him. Can't he, like,
apparently there's no workaround, because he said that if he were to change the server settings, then no one would be able to update. But obviously that wouldn't fix the issue. So like it's in a very tight predicament. But most people updated. He said, I think the last update he said is like it was like $200 to $400 a day now that it was charging him, which is a lot better than like the 10K in like the first day. But
well,
like,
I mean, still 2,400. That's a lot. My God,
it's a lot. So then people were mad because some people were like, hey, this just doesn't. I saw some really like shitty messages. Like, I get it. Okay. But like someone was like, this doesn't just affect you. Now my internet cap is like, I'm having troubles with my internet service provider because we hit our cap. I don't have caps. I know that you don't have a cap, but I mean, wherever they lived, they must have had a cap and it fucked it up. But like, I get that. But this man made an honest mistake. He's a solo creator. He's a great developer. He made one mistake and it cost him like 15 grand. So like, I think you can appreciate the position that he's in and not bitch about it. Like that's just...
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but also I really don't care. Like, you suck it up. Boo-boo.
I don't know. Like, yeah, it was a mistake, man. Mistakes happen. Yeah. Like, don't be an asshole about it, I guess. But
no. If anything,
Screen Studio, really cool tool. It does suck for him. Yeah. But if we're talking about like neat software and tools that we use, and I think we can talk about like physical like hardware too. I think people should check out Screen Studio if they're creating online. It's a really cool app.
Absolutely. There's so many. I try like new software almost every week. Like I don't know how many times I've tried to switch my like project management tool. I actually last week bought and switched to a new one.
Which one?
It's called Flowloo. It's not related to Webflow. It just so happens to be called Flow. Yeah. And it's the reason I like it is because it's fully branded and I can give like client dashboard kind of access. Okay. But also as time have moved on and like my business grows, I need a better way to track leads and clients and like know what's happening. Because so far I've just kind of kept everything in my head, which works to some point.
That's a lot. That's
a lot. So I need somewhere to like offload everything and just say like, I should follow up with this person and just keep track of everything.
I've done everything for project tracking. Like when I got started, I had nothing. Then for a while I was just using an Apple Note and just like I had like notes like and then for a while, I don't do this anymore, but I had like a big giant like on my wall, a giant calendar like whiteboard. And I would write out the entire month of deadlines and projects and meetings. And I had like a physical calendar. I don't do that anymore. Like, I think that was really effective for like more than 0 projects, but less than like 10 or not even projects, just like complexity, because those were all very simple. The projects were like, here's your assets. I wasn't even doing web at the time. Here's your assets. I need this designed. I need a booklet designed or whatever. I need it by this deadline. So it was very like easy to track. But with web projects, there's so many moving pieces with like copy and design and dev, and it's like it doesn't work for that. But it was effective at the time. Now I use Notion. Yeah, which I like.
Yeah, I tried to use Notion for a while. To me, like you can do literally anything in Notion.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
Which is why I don't like it. It's too much for me. Like I just need something. For me, I guess it's different depending on like what type of business you're doing. But for me, I just need something where I can super quickly write down like random thoughts or like, I remember I need to do this. So I just need to hit like a keyboard shortcut and be able to write down the to do.
I also have a to-do app that I use, but that's not like project tracking. That's like my day. Like I'll put in to-dos for the day. That's like personal. So for me, like Notion is like the company's tasks, and my to-do app is just like what I'm doing right now. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. The way I track projects is with ClickUp, but I have a very like high level overview of project because I usually don't have too many going on like at the same time. So what I do is usually in ClickUp, the reason I use ClickUp is for the timeline feature, so I can view it visually, like what projects I have going on. So what I do is just like open up the timeline view and drag out the project for whatever duration it's supposed to be. And then inside of that task, I have subtasks, and each subtask usually is referencing like a specific page in the website build. So I just have like, if it's 10 pages, I just write the name of every single page, and I can see like this page is in progress, it's finished, it's needs to happen. And then
I think that's a good way to do it for sure. I like that.
Yeah, so it's like a high level overview. And then for the details, then I use Todoist, which is a great app. I bought the premium version immediately because I like it. And that's kind of a very simple, straightforward to-do list app. So I can make daily to-dos like today, tomorrow, Wednesday, which is what I need, because what I need, like if I, in meetings or whatever, I can just hit like Command plus, and that brings up a little taskbar where I can type in like what project or what category I want to put this Todoist in, to-do item in, and then type the day. So if I type today or tomorrow or 2 days from now, it's going to add that to that specific day. So it's super quick and easy, which is exactly what I need. And then by categorizing it, simply by typing like a hashtag and then whatever category I want to put it in. I use categories as folders for projects. So like if I have a project called project number 1, then I type hashtag project number 1, and that puts it in the catalog. So I know then if I look
that's a really good system.
Yeah, so if I know, then I can just look at ClickUp and see like, oh, these pages need to be done, and then I check Todoist if there's anything specific that I need to remember.
So my to-do app, I don't even know what it's called because it doesn't even like exist. Like, it's an app that someone made. I don't even know how to shout them out. It was free.
Okay.
And it's an app within Raycast. So like it's a Raycast plugin. Like I kind of want to like shout it out because it's just the simplest. I wanted something that I couldn't overcomplicate, because if I can, I will. Like if I had the ability to add tags, I just think that it would be too distracting for me, because I would try and build like a system, and I was just like, no, I don't want days. I don't want due dates. I just want to track what I'm doing today. So like I'll just be in the morning and I'll just open Raycast, hit to-dos, enter, and I'll just type like feed the cats, enter. Like email that one client the one thing, enter. Check with Jonathan about this project, enter. And then I'll just go throughout my day and just clear them. And that's so simple, but like it's very helpful to me because I can't like overdo it.
Right. It's kind of similar to Todoist. Like I just hit a key combination and type whatever I want to do.
Henry C. Thanks, Henry.
Thanks, Henry C.
Yeah. But I love Raycast. So that's another thing that I've been using a ton in my workflow is Raycast. I mean, I'm using it for like ChatGPT now too, because Raycast has Raycast AI in beta, and I'm using that. And it's like ChatGPT, but it's better in a way because you can use it anywhere. So like I could be in an email, I'm typing away an email, I can highlight it, I can hit command space, pull up Raycast and be like refine writing, and it'll just do it like right there.
That's
I can
amazing.
hit enter to paste it. Like it's sort of Chat GPT that follows you around. I freaking love it. I use it all the time.
That's amazing. It's been on my to-do to check it out and try it.
Dude, it's so powerful. I love it. And I'm not even using it to its extent, because so many people build like all these like custom workflows, and I haven't done anything custom. I'm just using it like out of the box, you know.
And is it free or paid?
It's free for individuals. You pay if you want like team syncing. Like there's certain like apps that you could do like team things that all align, but I don't need any of that. It's just me I'm using it for. So
right, yeah. And how does it work with the apps? Is it like random people who can develop it, or
anyone can develop them? But there's a lot of like official like I don't know. Let me look at what I have installed, because I have a ton of stuff installed. I use it for all kinds of things. Like one, it can open any app on your computer, just like Spotlight. But like Calculator, that's so simple, but it's super it's like really good Calculator, like better than the one in Spotlight.
Okay.
I have Change Case, which is like a little applet that I installed that like I can quickly, if something's all caps, highlight it, say change case, and it'll put it in like sentence case, like random stuff that I have to deal with Webflow. Word count, just highlight something, copy, hit word count. Let's see how many words it is. Like little handy things like that. Let me see. Now that there's Raycast AI, I'm using it for like changing tone. They have a default search for bugs in code, so I'll use it to help me write JavaScript. They have rephrase as tweet, so if you write something and it'll like try and like make it into a tweet. All kinds of things, man. I don't know. I use it all the time. I don't even know what for at this point. It's like so part of my workflow, but it's really good.
And this always runs in the background. Like you don't need to open it to do these things, right?
No, it's just like Spotlight. I just hit Command Space and it opens like a search bar. It's just way better than Spotlight. Yeah.
How do you? Okay, so you can replace the default Command Space.
Yeah.
Okay.
It walks you through how to do that if you want. Like initially, I think it uses Option Space, but it's like if you want to switch it, you can. It's super easy.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of Raycast. I just found it like a month ago, but it's already like super ingrained in my workflow, just because of how it doesn't require you to like think about it. Like I love apps that just do their job and they don't ask me to do too much.
Same. I don't want to set up a whole system. Like I don't need. That's why I dislike Notion, because
I get it. I do understand that. I do have an issue with Notion there, but I'm too afraid that if I switch to like an out of the box one, like Linear or whatever you're using, like Monday or whatever, I'm afraid that it'll remove things that I need. And I haven't spent the time to like find that out.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I guess, and also, I mean, you work with a lot more people than I do. So we have different needs as well.
I just don't want it to fuck up anything if I switch. But I kind of want something that's easier, because Notion takes a little work. But
yeah, for sure.
I haven't spent the time to look into it yet. I will eventually.
Yeah. One problem I had with Notion, like, except for that I just personally dislike it, is sometimes, am I wrong? Sometimes when you share a Notion document, the person who is going to view it needs to have an account. Am I wrong?
Sometimes. If they have edit access. So you can get around that by turning off edit access, but it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's the one thing I disliked. Because like then the client or lead has to like create an account.
I'm moving away from using it. I don't use it anymore. I used to. I don't use it anymore for client facing anything. It's all internal at this point. The client, I tried it and I did it for a while, but it just got so cumbersome to track. Like, is this page public? Is this page private? Can they see it without an account? Like, it got really, it's too much.
Yeah.
But now, what about, do you want to talk about Arc?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
We both use Arc browser. I use it. I love it so much. Like, I've seen some people on Twitter not like it. It's my favorite.
Yeah, let's give some context. What is Arc? Arc is a browser. It is a browser, but it's more than a browser.
I would say it's an experimental browser.
Yeah, it's an experimental browser. Like, it's supposed to, at least the way I understand it, it's supposed to allow you to do almost everything inside of the browser without having to switch between softwares. And make it more of a native experience. because on a daily basis, for me, I very rarely switch outside of Arc. Only like if I'm doing
I can
some
do
specific
so
things in
much
specific
stuff within
software.
Arc without leaving. It's crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of like workflow features, like speeding up things, separating. If you have like a day job and a freelancing situation, then you can make different spaces. So you have different like bookmarks and open tabs. So yeah, that's a big one.
And you
actually.
can choose, like, if you create a new space, and you're like, let's say I have one for work, and then I have one for personal. That's super basic. But I can choose whether to sync them so that that's not the right word, but I can choose whether, like, if I sign into Gmail on work, do I want that same Gmail to be automatically signed in on personal, or you can choose to separate it. Like, I have separate ones so that my accounts don't overlap. Like, if I sign into Google on personal, it's separate. If I sign into Google on work, it's separate, because I don't want those. I want those separate, completely separate.
Right.
Or if I sign into like financial things, like banking, I want my work one to be a certain account, and I don't want personal to even know about it, because I don't want it to like autofill. Like, I want it completely separate so that if I sign in, it's only my personal one shows up in personal. Like, things like that. I have a bunch. Like, I have personal. I have read, which is just like, I like to read articles, so it's all my like news. It's not even news. It's more like tech news and stuff. So I have read, then I have general, which is like my personal one. Then I have design, which is like Webflow, Figma, tools that I'm using day to day, like Octopus. Then I have business, which is all my like money, contracts, like social media tools. Like, it's not really when I'm working, it's when I'm working on working.
Yeah. Like
I'm not actually doing work. I'm doing the back end work. It's more like admin work.
Yeah.
Then I have streaming, which is what I'm on now. And then I have Seekjoy, which is my clothing company. So like, I have a bunch. I love it. It keeps everything in its place.
That's awesome. I didn't even know you could separate email accounts between spaces.
Yeah. If you go like all the way to like to the left, you can click on spaces now, and you can like tag them, and it'll separate them. I can't exactly remember how to do it, but I think it's pretty easy if you try to click around. But yeah.
Yeah, the way I use it is I just have two spaces, so not too much. Just one space for, well, I guess everything for everything. No, one space for everything work related. Yeah, honestly, that's it. Everything work related, and then the other space is for like one specific client that I'm doing a lot of work for, so I can separate that.
Okay.
Like a lot of bookmark tabs and stuff like that.
It makes it easy to just have it separate.
Exactly.
But yeah, I love Arc, and actually, I love Arc so much that I've changed completely workflows just for Arc, because I used to be the person that wanted a dedicated Mac app for every program. I no longer do that. I actually prefer now that if it's in browser, because then I can save it in a certain place in Arc, and it's there ready when I need it. And now my doc is like super simplified. I have like Finder, Arc, Messages, Music. That's it. It's great.
It's amazing, honestly. Like, I used to, I mean, Figma, for example, I used to have that as a completely separate, and I never could see myself do anything like actual design or like real work inside of a browser. It just felt off. It didn't feel right. But now all of a sudden it's just like, it feels good. Feels good.
Yeah.
So like, I love working. Yeah.
So
great app.
Webflow, we use Webflow. I'm just going to run through a couple. Reloom, we both use Reloom, which is a product that we use to help speed up Webflow development. We use Figma all the time for design. I use Octopus a lot, which is like a wireframing tool for websites. Really, really good.
I've started using that a lot more.
It's super simple but powerful. Like, I love it.
Yeah, it's perfect for. I use it a lot for when I send proposals to clients to kind of visualize for them the structure of the site. Helps for me.
Me too. I used to use Proton Mail now I just use Gmail, but I hated how Gmail looked. So I use a tool called Simplify Gmail, which is like a paid add-on. It's like $2 a month or something. And it just makes it look way better. And it's totally worth it so that I don't, completely lose my mind. We use Slack a lot. Both of us do.
Yeah.
ChatGPT is a constant for me now.
Yeah.
Literally all the time.
Yeah. Do you want to spark controversy? Let's
I love sparking controversy.
Me too. Let's do it. So, what is a software that you like have a lot of trash talk to say about?
Oh man, I feel like you already have. I mean, Adobe products. I have not mentioned Adobe products once. Okay, because I canceled my fucking subscription because I hate how they charge people. They'll be like, oh, it's a monthly subscription, and then if you cancel early, they're like, you owe us for the year. It's like, what the fuck, dude? I'm done with Adobe. I use Affinity now. Affinity for life. Well, until they make me mad. Adobe sucks. I'm done with Adobe. Screw Adobe. How about that? How's that? Is that a hot take?
That's a good one. That's a hot take.
Don't even have them on my computer. I uninstalled all the Adobe programs, so you can go fuck yourself. All right.
Oh yeah. Honestly, same. I haven't used Adobe products for years. Ever since I finished high school, I was like, no, I don't want to. Even at my former employer, they wanted me to. Very specific there. They wanted me to use. Wanted me to use.
We narrowed it down to half the globe, Jonathan. We're gonna figure out who it is now.
No. They wanted me to use Adobe, and I don't want to. I'll stick with Affinity for life. They're just better.
One-time purchase, really good programs.
Yeah, they're cheaper. They're better. They don't crash. They have everything you need.
They're less bloated for sure.
Less bloated for sure, yeah.
But the thing is too, is I was such a big Adobe fan. I knew Illustrator so well, like I loved it, but their business model just became so toxic to me. I don't know. I got tired of dealing with it.
Yeah. For me, it's not so much about the business model. I mean, yeah, it's shitty what they're doing. I mean, they're squeezing every penny out of every single person they can, but that's not my main issue. Because like if you're running a business, it's a business expense, whatever. But what I hate about it is just using the software. I don't like the UI. Like being design softwares, they're incredibly shittily designed.
They're powerful. They're powerful programs. Like I don't think Affinity Photo is as powerful as Photoshop. I don't. But it can do 90% of what I needed. It can do 90% of what Photoshop can do. It can do 100% of what I need it to do. And it's a better experience, better UI, smoother use, and one-time purchase. It's just... Yeah.
And just like for me, like Photoshop, for example, or Illustrator, they're just difficult to use. It takes longer to do basic things. Like, I don't have any examples, but doing very basic design related things in Illustrator, for example, like takes ages to just find the right menu item. Like you need to go under this drop down, this expand button, blah 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 blah, and then you need to open this dialog window, which opens another. I mean, it's insane to use, impossible to use. Whereas in Affinity, you just like click on the button you need to use, or use the keyboard shortcut, and you have what you need. Like it's better.
All right. Was there a separate one that you were going to hate on? Because I want to know. Yeah. What's the one that you were going to hate on?
I was going to hate on Google Analytics all day, every day.
Oh, yeah. I know you hate that.
I hate it with a passion. I will never have never recommended it to anyone. Not a client, not a friend, not myself. And I always no, I refuse. It's bad.
wait. Explain why. Explain.
Okay, so rant finished. The reason I dislike it is there's just too much going on, and ironically, being a Google product, you would assume that it's like optimized for running on a website, but no. it is not optimized for running on a website. It ruins your performance completely, and it grabs all kinds of different tracking analytics data that who knows what they use for. And sure, it's powerful because you have so much data points on your visitors, but it's just too much. And like finding the most simple, basic things inside of it is not impossible, but it just takes longer. And it's not like UI is pretty bad. And they recently remade it, which just made it so much more worse, according to me. Because they try to simplify it, but they can't simplify what is already a massive beast and not a positive beast. But and I was going to say, it's not that I can't use it, because like I used to do marketing full time. I know how to use the software. It's just shit. It's just bad. So that's why I will never ever recommend Google Analytics to anyone.
Heard it here first, folks. Oh, tell people what you use.
Yeah, I use Plausible.io. It's I'm not paid for sponsor.
I've been looking at it.
Yeah, they're great.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
We don't have any sponsors because we have 10 listeners.
Yeah, but Plausible. Hello.
Hey, but we'll shout you out every episode.
Every episode, exactly.
We're cheap too, dude. You barely have to pay us.
Oh yeah, exactly. Do it for free.
Yeah, we do it for a shout out on Twitter.
Yeah,
let's go.
Oh, so send me a bag of chips, and I'll be happy.
Oh, the chips sound good.
I know. No, but yeah, Plausible. I pay €9 per month, and that. Then I can use it on an unlimited number of websites, but limited to 10K page views. And then there's more tiers, of course.
Fine.
So for me, it's perfect. I don't have to set up like a new account or instance or anything for each different website I create, or if I use it with a client. But the reason I use it mostly is just that it's very simplified. You have the basics. You have like the countries. You have the like geography. You have the page views. You have the sources. You have the like UTM parameters and all of that good stuff. And if you want, you can make it more complicated by tracking like clicks or other events, whatever you want to do, by adding a bit of like custom code that you have to write yourself. So you can make it more complicated if you need it. But apart from that, they're also completely GDPR compliant. And that to me is a massive point, because I find it so funny how not a single Google product is GDPR compliant.
Yeah.
Not a single one.
They're too big now. It's too hard to change things. They change too slow because they're too big.
Yeah, but it's very funny to me. So that's why I use it. And also because it doesn't collect or create any cookies. You don't need any cookie banner either, because it doesn't collect any kind of like
personally
identifiable data.
It's just generalized data, which I think is fine.
Exactly. So I love it.
I feel like we're gonna have to have another episode about these sometime, because like there's so many programs that I use that I've not even mentioned. But I thought maybe we could close out the episode. I just got a new backpack, and I know that's like not a software, but it's sort of like something that I use daily and helps me in my work and whatever. So I thought I'd show it off. And if you have a backpack, you can show off your backpack if you want.
I actually did get a backpack quite recently. So
see, I got mine from Everlane. It's sitting next to me.
Okay.
So brand new. I haven't put any pins on it or anything. I haven't decided if I want to. I did on my old bag, but we'll see. Brand new. Nice. I got this because my old bag was smaller. It was an old Everlane bag, like 7 years ago or something. And it was just smaller, and I was maxing it out with all the stuff I like to take with me. I like to have a mobile office. I take everything with me. But like now like the lid thing has a zipper. This has a zipper. It's got a laptop sleeve on the side. Then it's got a giant pocket inside with like, I've got like my headphones and my iPad and like pens and pencils and notebooks. And like, I carry so much stuff with me. But now like I have a little more room if I need it. So, yeah, that's my bag that I take with me everywhere. And I got an Everlane fanny pack that I'm gonna have with me. Yeah, nice. It's like it'll just be a little extra. Like if I don't want the whole bag, but I want to take like, I've been getting into crossword puzzles, so I could throw my crossword puzzle book into the fanny pack, throw in a couple pens and like whatever else I need, and just like throw it on like a little backpack. It's like my little go bag. I'm kind of feeling it, you know.
Yeah, feeling it. Go with it. Yeah, I mean, I like those kind of bags where it folds over instead of just a zipper, like the one you had. It looks nice, and I think you can also feel
just for
it
the
more.
Look.
No, for the look, but you can also feel it more than with just a zipper. I want to show my bag. Let's go mobile.
Okay, sweet. Let's go. Let's go.
We're going
the move,
mobile
baby.
Here. On the move.
This is crazy.
Oh man,
who else is doing a show like this? Who else is doing this
exactly?
Kind of
no one, because they're actually professional.
Yeah. Right, but this is better. This is better. This is real and genuine.
Okay, we got it here. I got it.
We're so real and genuine that we don't even plan.
I know. I mean, can it become any more real?
I don't mind. I love it. I don't want to change. All right, let's see it.
Let's see it.
Where'd you get it?
It's a...
Is it Herschel?
Yes, Herschel.
Herschel.
So it folds over like that.
Uh-huh. How do those stay closed? Is there like a magnet or?
Yeah, it's a magnet like this.
Okay. Yeah,
like that. And then another pocket here. Inside the bag, there's like a... Right. Inside the bag, there's another little pocket for laptops or whatever else you want to put.
Okay.
And also a tiny little pocket for like pens or if you have hard drives or other random stuff. Yeah, so I like it. I bought it because I had the IKEA bag, of course, before that, which I had for a long time.
IKEA
like a lot
stands,
of years. Yeah. It was good, but it broke. So now I have a Herschel bag. I bought it at Fnac, which is a French brand, I think. They sell like
cool
technology, everything from figurines to TVs to computers to backpacks. Yeah.
Sweet, man.
Yeah, that's where I got it. I'm happy with it.
That's some of the stuff that we use every day. Some of the software and, end it with the book bags. But we should totally talk about this again.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly. There's so many softwares, like we could keep going for forever. Like there's no stopping. And also, if we can come back to it in a few weeks, we're going to have discovered like 10 new tools. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. I'll remind everyone that life is beautiful. Take care of yourself. And
yeah, that hits hard.
Don't be too harsh on yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Jonathan. I'm going to say fuck Adobe products and have a nice day.
Love it. Peace out.